My name's Heather Anderson, and I'm a 21st century artist. From what I can remember from my childhood, I loved art. Even in elementary school, I can remember a handful of times my artwork would be on display in the daily news of our school. It was broadcasted through the entire school, and I remember even at a young age that I thoroughly enjoyed seeing my artwork presented in that way and seeing that everyone knew it was my artwork, and that meant something to me. As I began to get older and in middle school, times were kind of tough, and it gave me a new perspective on how I viewed art. It made me see the world in a different way, but in my artistic mind, it made me a better artist. It made me really enjoy expressionism, and it made me realize that I wanted my artwork to represent how I felt inside and how I perceived the world around me. That was a big part of my art, and I have been experimenting back and forth with different mediums and just trying to find ways of communicating without any words, with a visual image. As high school came around, I began to become more involved in graphic design, and I became interested in concept artistry, and it was a big part of my life. It's what's driven me to this point. I remember sometimes in high school, some of my friends would ask me, "How do you know what you want to do?" And I remember kind of thinking to myself that I've always wanted to do something in art. I don't remember a time in my life, there has never been a time in my life where I didn't want to do art. I knew that art was a part of me, and I think the biggest reason why I resonated with art is because there was no calculations, there was no formula you had to do to create art. You had it all appear, and that was the thing I loved the most about art. And when people started asking me that about how do you know what you want to do, I never doubted art. I always saw art as a part of me, and in my life I found that art found me. I didn't find art. And as my life has progressed, I've really tried to capture specific moments in time to capture these emotions, and I just really resonate with being an artist and seeing the world in a new perspective. And one of my favorite quotes from George Bernard Shaw is, "Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself."